Okay, hello guys. Yeah, it's good to see you back here on my YouTube channel. I have a good reason for why I not posted in a month. So please, first of all, I finished school. Yeah, this is the first thing, and I had very important exams. And well, that is basically it. I finished school, and I've got very important. I had very important exams that I had to study for. Of course, I did not really study, but anyways. Now back to the point why I made this video. So first of all, I need content. This is why I made this video. Second of all, I need content. Yeah. Okay. So the point form of this video is, as I told you, I finished school. I got those two empty. Right now, here I had a bunch. You can see in some old videos, I got a bunch of books, and random stuff. And here I had the Venator. So I moved the Venator here with the entire Republic fleet. If you want a full video, but I don't think you really need a full video to see this entire thing. This is the UCS Venator, by the way. It's the cool. Nah, just kidding. It's something made by me. We'll ignore this light here. So I had this space here, and I wanted to build a mock, so I can just basically have the ATT. This is, by the way, this is a custom modified ATT for shock troopers, and it's going to go very well with the one that with the gunship. This here is going to go very well with the gunship, and I'm probably gonna have two gunships at least. That's my goal, and probably one more AT-AT, but at least two gunships because we love shock troopers around here. I actually made some custom ones, Old Republic shock troopers, which are going to be included in this mock. And also got Nexonites minifigures. You'll see why. We've got an old Ralot mock. Here we've got old Fire Force battle packs, new Fire Force battle packs, and some extra parts. See from an extra polybags. We've got some fake Lego, and I moved this a little bit inside. Okay, so the whole point of this video is for you to see how I'm going to build here a mock here in my drawer with the ATT included. So that's enough talking for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes already. I arrange some things that I'm going to use. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I want to combine shock troopers with the scene that we see, the scene that we have in Tales of the Jedi with Count Dooku, and when there are like there are a lot of guys that look like this. So we're gonna have these villagers. Yeah, these are going to be here on the planet, and the Republic is going to invade them. So here, I believe this one is. No, which one? I had a thing where I did Star Wars mocks here. Here, this is the notebook where I do mocks. So I don't have any plan, but I'm going to show you how I basically do mocks. I got a pencil here with cheat codes. You see, if you want to know, for example, what is 5 times 5, 25. So here we got some. Also, I've got some Minecraft designs. It's some really cool. Ignore that I have a messy writing. I had a really cool. That is my favorite building. Ignore the writing, but here we got mocks. I got a mock idea a while with this Rebels mock, but I didn't build it. This right here that you see right here is this Rylot mock. I'm just focalize on this Rylot mock. So what are we going to do? I'm going to sketch out what I have, what I'm working with, and hopefully I will come up with a better plan than what I have right now, because I have an AT-AT over there because I like it. It's one of the best vehicles. So I'll sketch something up and see you in probably 10 seconds, because I'm going to do a time lapse. Let's go. Okay, so I finally sketched something out. This is how it's going to look. Basically, we're gonna have the ATT. Okay, this is just for reference, yeah. ATT with some probably trees around here, with some troopers here, probably. I will or will not include a small camp over here with like a mortar or some command post. Here we're going to have the village with probably some houses, and over here I would probably add like those Nexonites minifigures. And I'm going to design a cannon, an anti-vehicle cannon. It's going to be a very long episode because I have to build this from scratch. By the way, if when we hit 500 subscribers, or like 80, I'm going to reveal the Mandalore mock. It's huge. Trust me, it's very big. I love it. I wanna modify it. I wanna build it upwards, So my entire space for that mock is full. I only have like tiny little edges like this. This is the maximum space I have available. Yeah, and I wanna raise it higher so I can build like the canals or the pipes where Maul and Ahsoka had a little fight, and when Vought, Commander, or whatever, Van Gogh, whatever his name is, the one that comes in the battle pack, I'm going to probably include it. I have some cool parts for those pipes here. I have these cool parts for the pipes, but I'll get to it. Now, let's concentrate here. So this is the schematics. These are the minifigures for now. Over here, we're gonna have to change their weapon a little bit. These parts are going to be for the cannon, as I told you. Probably gonna get some more. I'm gonna use these. This will do. And now I have to get the building. So I measured it out. It's exactly in two base plates like this and 4 more. So basically it becomes 16, 16, 32, 36 studs long. So I'm gonna get filler brick right here, Genosis. I'm also gonna take the Rylot mock apart because I'll need parts from it, and I'm also gonna take this one. The mock was pretty successful. It was for an event, an event. I forgot how to talk. It was for an event, and night it served its purpose. Now it'll be. I also have this one, Naboo mock. I'm going also to take it down because it has a lot of those parts, and I want these parts. It also has, I like it. It's very dusty though. Yeah, very dusty. Everything in my collection is dusty. I haven't been home for like 2 weeks now, so yeah, that's another factor. But so I'll take those apart real quick. Yeah, for me it'll be probably like an hour. Gonna try to sort things, and then we'll see what comes out of this. Okay, great. So see you in 2 minutes maximum for you. For me, it's going to be a lot. A hell lot of time. So see ya. Like, okay, bye. Okay, so after 1 minute almost for you guys, and 2, 3, 5 minutes for me, like 5, 6 minutes, or even more than that, like 10 minutes. Wait, let me calculate because 10 seconds there is 1 second time left. It's been a long time. I was sitting here in silence. Trust me, pure silence. Anyways, we're almost getting there. You guys want content? No. Well, here you got content. You will thank me later. Hopefully. I feel like I'm legally obligated to give you content. Like, nobody's gonna kill me, but you never know. I'm paranoid, so please don't try and kill me. Because you'll probably end up dead. Anyways, YouTube, don't sue me. I know I'm not making any money, but please don't strike my channel for this. Well, it's very hot in here. I don't know why, but it is. This was it. Those were this was all of the Rylot mock. This one right here, I have the plans right here in case I ever want to rebuild it, but from now on I'll concentrate on the new mock that I'm going to be building. Hopefully it's gonna turn out pretty better than the other one. Oh, I know I can use some Kashyyyk poopers. I still have Kashyyyk Chrome. I know I traded. Yeah, I traded the Geonosian ones for Hunter from the Bad Batch. You know, and now and I still have Kashyyyk. Yeah, I still have Kashyyyk. So I have this feeling I don't really miss them a lot. It was an airborne and a regular phase 2, but oh, okay, anyways. We got these parts with our like filler brick. I have to find the storage. I can just shove them up. For now, you're all going here. I'll also take this hot apart, piece by piece, atom by atom, molecule by molecule. You know, this was like my first terrain mock. I don't really like doing terrain mocks, but I have to learn. If I know, my goal is to become a pro mock builder. So if I don't know how to do terrain mocks, then I'll probably I'll probably not win the title. And keep in mind, my parts collection is very limited. I have a little bit of parts, and it's probably more it's bigger than some other fellow collectors that I am friends with. But at the end of the day, it's really small. And yeah, now it's smaller because Mandalore ate 99% of my part collection. So now I have just to work with scrap and nature mocks. I cannot do cities. I cannot do clone bases really well. So this is basically what gray parts I have left. They're all in here. And they're very few, and those two base plates which carry most of my base mocks, like clone base mocks. Now you'll have the opportunity to see me take this thing apart because I need base plates. Because probably gonna have a base plate. Probably. Okay, I have an idea. It's risky. So it's 36 by 30. What happened? Okay, I'll be right back. I have those base plates. They're in horrible condition. Trust me. Look at this one. Look at this one. They're in horrible condition. But I want to try something. If I just put them, they're real Lego. They're so old you cannot. Okay, you can see the Lego logo on this one a little bit. This one is so old you cannot even see the Lego logo anymore. But you can see there's something over there. Trust me, it's Lego. Now those are only 32 by 32, so it's not what I actually want. But I think it might do the job. I only have 2 of those. I have this one. I don't know if it's rare or anything. This one is also trash. It's same size as this one or this one. Now, if I had a ton of these, but if I want one of those, it cost me like, doing the math, like $5. One of these, only one. It's $5. I will want to get more, but for now it will have to wait because they're really good for trainers. Like Solid Brick Studios, I believe he used a lot of those for Genesis. By the way, if by any chance you're watching this video, where the heck is the next Generation episode? Because I haven't saw the last one. I haven't had it on my recommendation or my For You page on YouTube. So where is the next one? Now my question is, do I use those base plates or no? Because if I'm using those base plates, I feel like I get flashback from my two-year-old mocks. I have a mock where I did like a droid base and I had an AAT and it was trash. My old mocks were wild. So my first mock ever on this channel, it was red, white, gray, and it had stormtroopers with clone troopers, it had droids with Mandalorians, it had Luke Skywalker with clones, it had snowtroopers with clones, it's wild. Just go and watch it if you can find it. It was wild. I kinda like it. Okay, I need to find a game plan fast because my time is ticking right now. You're going to see me. This is going to be probably one of the longest video, except for the live stream that I did, but nobody was there, and I put it on private because you could have saw my face. But luckily no one was there in the meantime. Yeah, I'm destroying the last of my gray color parts. So I don't know if you remember Nexonite's polybags, but it was this anvil in one of them. I got a great deal recently for a lot of Nexonites. I started recollecting Nexonites as a side hobby. Polybags from store. If you made it this far into the video, I have some Mandalorian Starfighters for sale, by the way. I'll do a separate video showing what Lego sets I have for sale, and you can DM me on Instagram to get them. I'm not guaranteeing you that they're going to be cheap, but they'll probably be better than anything else you'll find, or probably very expensive. I don't know. But I have 2 Mandalorian Starfighters sealed. Yeah, you heard me right, they're sealed in box. I won't show them to you because I don't know, I'll do a separate video. You have to watch that one. They're on my shelf, sealed in box, and I'm too lazy to go get them. That's the real reason. I'm lazy. Yes, I know. I'm very lazy. Sometimes I'm actually lazy to do a YouTube video, but I have to, so yeah. Now I'm scavenging for whatever parts I have left and trying to use them. I'm trying to think what I can find. Don't mind if I do. I'm probably gonna steal all of these. Let me just get the minifigures out. I'm going to take it all. I'll be right back. I am back. And by the way, all of these parts that you saw there, I haven't bought a single one. So all of them are from CMF. Anyways, back to the video. I don't know what I'm doing. It's very fucked up everything right now. With Mandalore consuming most of my parts and without a game plan, I don't know what I am doing. Yeah, I was hitting my head with my palm because I don't know what the fuck is this. Sorry, language. I don't know what's happening. I don't really want to. I'll try and design something up here and then I'll tell you if it's something finished, because it's like I have like probably 20 minutes of footage now and not even a single progress. Okay, so let me show you what I did. This is most of my base plates and it's only like, it's not even long enough. Okay, that's what she said. Anyways, I said I'm going to use those two, and then this. I have a lot of those old city streets, but those one are superior in my opinion. So I'll use these base plates because yeah, I believe they're superior. By the way, do you guys remember the army video that I did? Well, I'm just telling you that I bought 3 more 500 battle packs. We're gonna have 2 30-second battle packs and shock troopers. So the army is going to be pretty huge at the end of the year. It's funny how I said year. Yeah, please don't sue me. Please. Sorry for my hand. I'll show you what I'm doing. Just a second. Okay, this 880 is about this one of those base plates. Of course, everything is going to be covered. Probably, or I could probably use this base plate as the road itself. Yeah, that might be an actual good idea. We could probably use this base plate as the road itself, leading into the city, and then just stops randomly and waits to up. Or I could cover it up with tons and tons of plates and build nature. You'll probably use it as the road itself. So now I'm going to take it by segment, and the first thing I'm going to do is take a look at my plan again. What am I doing? So modify this plan. We're going to have a road in doing that is going to be a road, probably like about like this. I'll just have to divide it in 3 segments now. I'll take this segment out, and I'm probably gonna have 1, 2. So this building is 1, battlefield 2, 8. That will have to do it. So here's the HT. Good boy, good. I like it. I like this build. I'll just reverse cut these base plates. Just like that, you sit there. Good job. Now, I'm going to start with. I think I'm going to start with the city. It's very dirty. Let me go grab another one. I got a second one. It's cleaner. Now the city. What I'm going to do? What am I going to do? So technically, I could just build. I'm going to build some houses, like 2 houses and a cannon. That might be all of it, but we'll see. So first of all, it's a mess over here. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's going to take a lot of time to clean everything up. Oh shit. Okay, for the video, I'm doing this for you guys, so if you please consider subscribing, because we're so close. We're actually relatively close to 500. It's like halfway to 1,000, and I'm going to be very happy because once we hit 1,000, I can start making some freaking money out of this. Because I have the most viewed video, has 42,000 views, and guess what? YouTube put ads, and I'm not getting a single cent, penny, whatever you want to call it out, please. Single cent. So let me see what plan do I have for these houses. These are going to be some pretty plain houses, but I want them to be like in this direction, so like this. So they just have them to stick out a little bit. They'll have to stick out. Okay, so I built the prototype for the first hut. Probably gonna add a garden over here. And now I'm thinking, how can I build the second one? Like just okay, I can stick it out like this. I can just stick it out like this. Yeah, these will probably do. But I have. Okay, it's going to be. I have to look in all the angles possible when doing this because I need a little bit of space in between. I also need a little bit of space here. Oh, so I always wanted to build a Lego city, and this one is basically the closest I've ever been to building a Lego city. So I'm going to take this as a win. I'm going to have a door here, and then you know what? Do I combine these two? It's like a giant house, or do I have 2 separate houses? Okay, that's a very hard decision because I have 1 door, or I don't add a door to this one. So this one is going to have a door. This one is going to this one not. Yeah, no door for you. Sorry. Only the smaller one gets a door. So where did I put the door? I had a door. Somewhere I have it one. This door was actually designed in my old Lego city. It inspires from Tatooine, so I'm going to use it. I don't have enough 10 bricks, but I'll try my best. And I think it's time for another time lapse. Let's go, time lapse time, baby. Okay, so I have the first hot finish and I'm low on bricks. You can see that. So I decided, well time, baby. I'm going to build. Let me see base plate. Is this one? Yeah, I'm going to build a wall right here, or I'll try my best to build a wall. And I think I even have a part that I could not here. Yeah, I have a part here. I will use it and we'll see what turn. Okay, so this. Not good. Where I need to have it, to be honest. Oh, okay. It's still not good, but I mean it does the job. So all that. Okay, this is not the final product. It's like only 3 blocks high, 3 blocks long. Anyway, I want to add a little bit gray bricks to the bottom of it. It will probably be a lot easier. I will just add those gray blocks here in this area. It's very hot in my room right now, but if I open the window it's going to be very loud, noisy, lousy, whatever. So I'll just have to stay and try not burn alive here, because if that happens then I'm dead. Oh, I think this wall is better than what I wanted to build here in the first place. And now I can just do this and add it's probably pretty random, I know, but there's always a but, and I don't have a but this time. Okay, that sounds very sus, but there's not a but in this situation. No but today. So but sorry, not sorry, but no but. Now I'm probably gonna need a story here, so you'll probably like this planet was didn't join the separatists and doesn't want to join the Republic either, so just fighting for their survival. Because you know, there's also a nation out there in this world that if you don't want to join them, they're gonna invade you. But I'm not gonna give you any names because I don't want to get arrested. America. But no, nothing, guys. I'm also gonna add a control panel over here, and yeah, is this thing recording? Ah, yes, it's recording. Do you guys see what I'm doing? Yeah, you see. Okay, good. Good. And I can good. Now kill him. It was something like that. I can't remember how it really was, but it was something like that. No, I don't really know where I'm going to put a cannon because I cannot really put it here. And in my design, where is my pencil? Here. Now, in my design, there wasn't really to focus you here. Yeah, this camera placement is trash. You sit like this over here. Now, I probably exclude the cannon. I have a wall. I have this small building, not here. I have this wall here, right on the edge. So it's one base plate, two base plates, three base plates. The middle has to have most of the troopers, and this one probably gonna build. You know what? Let's build a cannon because this hut is horrible, and I don't want it. I don't really want you guys to see it. So let's build a cannon. But before I do that, let me just go like this. Now you can see how ugly this entire thing looks. It's very ugly, trust me when I tell you it's uglier than your mom. I said nothing. And this computer with the extra plans, I'm going to include them here as well. And then I'm also going to put this antenna. This is the command room. Like I have this planetary thing, so I can add as a command. Wait, no, I can add as a command center something here or here. No, I will not add it. Now I'll design a cannon and I'll be back because I don't really want to keep you guys here all day long. Okay, I'll be back. Bye. Okay, so after almost an hour, this is what I end up with. This goofy turret, but you know what? I like it, so I'll keep it because I don't want to redesign another one, and I don't feel like sitting 3 hours for only one turret. So I also want to tell you guys that this video is going to become a series because you won't sit here an hour or two watching me build 3 different battlefield trains, whatever. So I'll finish this hut a little bit, and this is going to be it for this video. I'm going to post it, and tomorrow part 2 will arrive. I'm filming them. I'm trying to film them now, but they're going to come in different dates because I don't really want to bore the shit out of you. So I'll just add some extra plans and details, minifigures, This is going to be it for this video. The next one is going to be the middle segment of the smoke that I'm building, and the third video is going to be the part where the 8080 stands, you know, adding some terrain details inside and everything, and also probably adding a clone camp or something like that. We'll see. No, I just want to tell you guys that I hope you like this video. Even I think it's going to be a long one, a very long video, but this just probably gonna break it in like 2 or 3 segments. So yeah, we'll see what will happen. But I said to add some details because you never know, and details are cool, they're good. It won't kill you if I add some details. Now I think it turned out pretty decent. I don't really like how it's too empty over here, and I'll try to figure out something, but probably the next video I'll show you what I modified. Also gonna do something on top of this house right now, and some crates. I'll add some crates right here because a wise YouTuber said once, when you have a Star Wars smoke and you have a lot of space left, add crates. That's very wise. But most of my crates are in Mandalore. Oh, I've got oil. Thanks. Fuel canisters, whatever. I have a turret in here. Probably gonna go for the clones. So we have this crate system, whatever. What else do I have around here? Let me take a look. I have this part, only this one, so I think it came in the swamp speeder, I don't know, but I'm going to build a generator with it, because, you know, why not? Hopefully it won't kill me. If you don't see the second part, it means that I'm dead and the generator killed me. So I remember when I did build these two, they're really cool. And what can I I'll put them here as a decoration or something, you know, to celebrate the independence of their planet. Yeah, this decoration to celebrate their independence. It's pure decorative. And because I'm too bored to create something else right now, really I'm very tired, and I mostly didn't do anything all day long, but I'm still freaking tired. Don't know how that works, don't really care how that works. All I know is that I'm building this generator, and that will be it for this series, for this video. I'll add it here along some crates and this monument thing. I'm curious if I can make some modifications to it, but I'm not sure if I can. Okay, I'm going to take 2 more parts over here, put them like this, and this is for this section. Okay, now it looks a little bit better. I put a cannon like I probably modified the cannon a little bit, but this is what I came up with for now, and it's actually pretty interesting, you know. I'll keep it like this. Perfect, ready for airstrikes. So this is the first video for this entire series. I hope you liked it. I'm going to be more ready for the second one with props and everything. Just trees, put them there down. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.